Today I have a build video for you guys, but it's going to be a little different than usual. A few weeks back, I got hit up because my editor Joe has a brother-in-law who has a cousin named Elijah, who was really excited about building a new gaming PC, and in fact built one based on a Ryzen 5 3600, except he did not have a graphics card. And then he tried to find a graphics card and found that what he was looking for, which is something like a GTX 1660 Super, was completely unavailable or insanely overpriced, like $400 to $600 on the secondary market for something like that. I didn't like the idea of just selling the graphics card, but I thought maybe we can work something out. If Joe is willing to do something kind of like what he did a couple months back and make a build video out of it to take you guys through the build process, and maybe even do a little bit extra this time, like show the setup and maybe a bit of testing and gaming, well then I would be perfectly willing to provide the graphics card. And I actually have a couple 1660 Supers to choose from, the Gaming X version from MSI, as well as a mini version from Zotac that's being shown off by my daughter Hannah here. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Elijah gets a graphics card, I get a build video, so do you guys, and I just have to sit here and do nothing. Actually, I should probably deliver the graphics card to Joe, and maybe I'll bring him some hot sauce too.
Excellent!
Corsair has expanded their new case lineup with the 5000 series, a premium chassis with 3 versions available: the sleek 5000D, the 5000D Airflow, and the 5000X with tempered glass panels and 3 120mm air guide RGB fans. A spacious interior provides room for multiple radiators or up to 10 120mm fans, and there are tons of convenient features for building, like hinged removable panels, flexible storage options for hard drives or SSDs, and rapid route cable management guides. Available in black or white, so click the sponsor link in the description for more. Hey, it's Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
So we got the MSI Gaming Twin Frozer 7 1660 Super. That's a full-size one. We got Zotac 1660 Super, a smaller one if more space is needed. And then Joe, we got some special gifts for you.
Oh, you do?
Some parting gifts.
Oh, shit.
So MSI sent over some stuff for Christmas, and Joe loves hats. So there's an awesome MSI Dragon hat.
Because I never cut my hair. See, now it looks better.
That's perfect.
Bad.
That's very. I saw that hat and I was like, that's a Joe hat.
Yeah.
Joe, we got some spicy sauce for you there.
I love green sauce.
The Hellfire green sauce. Joe's a fan of the jalapeno sauce, so
Yes.
he's gonna give that a shot. And what else? I forget what else is in there. Oh yeah, that's like a nice notebook thing. Super nice, high quality.
Awesome. This is nice. Thank you, Paul.
All right, guys, I am now relinquishing control of this video to Joe. He's gonna take the graphics card, build a computer, and I hope it goes well, Joe.
I hope so too.
Good luck.
Yeah. Damn it, Paul. Bad enough you gave me all this work to do and stuff, and now I have to like clean all this crap up just to make your damn video. Man, you're lucky they gave me this hat. This hat is the only reason I'm happy to do all this. I'm happy to clean all this garbage up for you. Alright, before I start working, I gotta feel the body, so I got my nutritional top ramen, and I got my sandwich with no veggies whatsoever, because I'm eating meat, so that means I'm healthy, right? That's how it goes. And I got this hot sauce the pod just gave me. Let's try this shit out. Little drizzle, little drizzle, little drizzle. I hope I don't regret that. I always clean the ends, dude. This is basically what I grew up with. A sandwich and top ramen. I'm still alive, so I'm okay, right? Actually, let's see how bad this hot sauce is. Not bad. Slight kick, which is good. Thanks, Paul. Too much work. Alright, that wasn't too bad actually. I just basically moved all the crap that was on here to some other part of my room, so whatever, that works. I think Paul already mentioned this, but this PC basically belongs to my sister's husband, cousin, one of those things. But yeah, no, he reached out to us, and he's been wanting to build himself a gaming PC. At the moment, I think he just mainly plays out of a PlayStation, but he wants to get more into PC gaming, right? So of course we wanted to help him out. This guy is the NZXT H2i Mini ITX case, right? With the tempered glass and all this stuff. So, you know, not a bad build for him. The moment I pulled it out and I looked into like the tempered glass, I kind of laughed. It definitely needs a little extra work, so I guess we're gonna go over it because, I don't know, gotta make the video longer, I guess. So the first thing I noticed is basically this. Now the power supply that he's got, Aries Game AGV 500. Haven't heard of that, but yeah, it's not modular, so pretty much all the cables are like bunched up back here, right? So I may need to like go in there and like just reorganize things a little bit. It's funny because this is basically what I did in a sense of like when I first did my computer, I didn't really mind too much of the cable management. I just basically I'm like, just chucked it all in there, and as long as it works right. So I can see here he has an M.2. So yeah, you got a Samsung 970 Evo, 500 gigabytes, not bad. Definitely gotta have an M.2 for the startup disk, right? Down there you can see like the mechanical hard drive. It's upside down. I'm gonna work on that, and then here's all the cables, which is not ideal, at least compared to like the quality that I see from Paul, right? So yeah, before I get going, I'm definitely gonna like work on this cable management. I want to get everything a little bit more organized, just to make sure I piece the PC gods and so to gain their approval. I'm gonna do this cable management right now, so let's do that. Alright, so it's a good thing I actually went over this PC. It turns out there's a few things that definitely needed some attention. The power supply here, the screws are very loose. The CPU fan, like the screws, they're not tight. Yeah, I'm still turning, look at that. I'm still going, and there you go. So yeah, good thing I checked. Alright, so yeah, two little things. You gotta make sure you tighten your screws. Not overly tighten them, but make sure they're securely down to where they need to be. Yeah, that's good. Alright, that looks way better. Still, like, it's kind of bunched up here, but there's not much I can do. Yeah, all the cables here were like kind of running towards more like the bottom. Yeah, I just didn't like that. I had to remove like the RAM stick so I can like be able to disconnect it, you know, because they were running through this little opening down here. I wanted to make sure that it was coming out of the opening behind like the NZXT like cable management blocker thing. So yeah, I mean, actually it looks way better. So yeah, I gotta make sure the comment section is happy, right? Alright, cool stuff. So I'm gonna install the GPU now. Oh, perfect. Yep, it fits. Nice. Kids gotta be happy. Actually, it does look pretty nice. Sweet. That definitely looks way better. Now I'm sure it's not perfect, so yeah. No need to attack me in the comment section. I appreciate that, but definitely the way how it was, it definitely looks a lot better. It's definitely more cleaner. Definitely wanted to make sure this the hard drive here mounted correctly. This is a Seagate Iron Wolf, 1 terabyte. That's pretty much where I'm going to be installing the games. All right, GPU is there, ready to go. This is just for an LED strip that I'm not using, so no worries about that. But yeah, everything looks pretty much ready to go. All I gotta do now is connect everything. Hopefully, I can just push the power button and it turns on, and then I can start installing software. So it's gonna be the next step. All right, here we go. Sorry I'm not using a mic at the moment. I'll get to that in a bit, but I just want to make sure this part works. If this thing doesn't turn on, then I'm gonna cry. Power on? Okay, this is the part where it should turn on, I hope. Yes! Sweet. Alright, I'm pretty happy about that, because alright, so everything's on, LEDs work, it's looking nice, I'm very happy. Now the fun part, I have to spend the rest of my afternoon installing the software, doing updates and all that crap. Hopefully I don't have any problems in the sense of like updating any BIOS or crap like that, so yeah, here we go. Alright guys. See, that's what I like hats. Crap. Sexy. Well, I'm glad to see that I'm going straight into like the UEFI, so everything is okay. More towards the end of the video, I have Paul go over like the list of like the computer parts that was used to make this build. if you guys are interested in this computer, right? I need to make a note of this stuff for Paul. Hey, go through and give me a notepad, right? So now I can write this crap down. Cool, so everything is working so far. So I'm just gonna like mess around with the settings, make sure everything's okay. And I already created a USB with the Windows install in it, so that's connected. So hopefully everything is okay. All right, so if anything happens, then I'll let you know. Hey guys, what's up? All right. Actually, thankfully yesterday the process to install the software in this guy was very simple, and yeah, I had no problems. It was great. Yeah, I'm super happy about that. So usually like our friends at Hardware Canucks, every time they film the computer, they always have like a plant or something that's green for like contrast or whatever. I don't have a plant, so I got Kermit the Frog here. Say hi to Kermit in the comment section. You're not really an adult unless you have a Kermit the Frog plush toy laying around the house. All right, so basically what I'm trying to do is I want to like use this computer as if I'm using it for myself as a content creator, right? As a gamer, you know, content creator, you know, whatever, right? I have like my mic here. This is a USB mic. This is a Sototech ST800, and it's a condenser mic, right? I have it connected to the back of the motherboard. Also got my keyboard. This keyboard has a pass-through, so it's taking up 2 USB ports in the back. I got my Corsair mouse, also connected towards the back. And at the moment, I also have a webcam that I'm screen capturing at the moment using OBS. Basically what I'm trying to do is I want to like use it, like I said, as if I'm using it for my own personal use. And so far I think it's kind of cool that you have plenty of USB ports in the back, that I got all this connected. I still have like an extra USB connection in the back. Plus I also have like the 2 USB connections in the front. So you got plenty of connections to connect everything you need to get going, right? To do your streaming or your gameplay or your capture or whatever it is that you want to do, right? Also with this graphics card, you can connect 4 monitors, right? So that's cool. So at the moment, as you can see, I got 2, right? This is my Asus Predator monitor. It's ultra wide, and this one's my 1080p monitor. I was trying to like capture gameplay on this monitor, but the thing is, Fortnite, it stretches out the gameplay, and like I couldn't figure out a way to make it a 1080p, right? So I'm gonna be playing off this monitor. This monitor is 60 hertz. I don't have a high refresh rate monitor at the moment. Get you a 1080p high refresh rate monitor. So I did some like gameplay last night just to practice and to make sure everything works, and so far everything works great, and I'm pretty actually not surprised. It's just that, you know, I'm so used to like playing with something like a 2080 Ti, right? So you're thinking going down to like maybe a card like this, like a 1660, you're like, all right, you're probably gonna see a lot of limitations, but actually the results are really good. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to the webcam, and I'm just gonna go over like how I got everything set up here. We're on the desktop. I'm using OBS. As you can see, I'm using the webcam, I'm using my mic, and I'm using the display capture, right? And so far, the performance is pretty good. You know, everything is working pretty well. You know, like the GPU is working at like 50% at the moment. It's not bad. The benefit of using this GPU is that it's using like its built-in technology, so it can encode and like, you know, does the screen capture. That way your CPU is not being used up a lot, and also doesn't affect the performance of your graphics card. So that's pretty cool. I'm screen capturing at 1080p, 60 frames per second. One thing I did notice about this computer is that at first it was very noisy, right? So I downloaded the NZXT Cam software. The moment I installed this software, I noticed that like the fan speed got reduced by a lot. You can hear it, but it's very, very minimal, so it's not bad. You do have like a silent option here, but at the moment as is, like the computer's not that loud. My little buddy's game preference right at the moment is Fortnite, so I installed Fortnite for him. And as the game is loading up, I can hear like the fans ramp up, but it's like not too bad. All right, so when it comes to gameplay, at least for me, like me personally, I wanted to have this set up as if I'm using the computer for myself, right? We go to the settings, I got full screen, the 1080p. When it goes to the graphics control, I just set everything to low. You know, screw it. The other thing I did like boost up was the 3D resolution to 100%. You know, shadows off, anti-aliasing off, textures, you know, low, so on and so forth, right? I mean, for more of a higher frame count than anything else. Frames do help, right? Games like Apex or in this case Fortnite. Before I go into the gameplay, I just want to say that I use frame view. This is from NVIDIA. That way it can give me like a real-time like a display of like what's my frame rate is at the moment, along with other information like the GPU temperature and all that stuff like that. But mainly I was using this to see what my frame rate was. And yeah, actually this thing does a good job. The only thing is that the colors are not that great. So during my gameplay, I was like exiting a lot. I was going into the settings and I was keep adjusting like the frame rates until I found something that was more stable, right? I started at 60 frames per second, right? And then I moved up to 120, then 144, and 160, and so on and so forth. Once I got to like 200, then I noticed like the frame rate would drop a lot. I found like the sweet spot was basically 160 frames per second, right? And like I noticed that when I left it at that frame rate, I did have it in a consistent average of 160 frames per second, even during like gameplays where I was in a jump and shoot situation like it is in this game. You just like jump around and shoot at each other. So yeah, I was able to hold 160 frames per second pretty well, right? So I was kind of happy with that number. So the good thing about that information is that if you want to combine this computer along with a 144 refresh rate monitor, the frame limit is at 160 and is able to hold it. Most likely you're able to like increase some of these graphics qualities, right? Until you get closer to the 144 frame limit. So you have some room to increase the graphics if you want to, right? So at least that's how I see it. So all right, that's it's a fun project. I'm sure this kid's gonna be super happy to have this computer. I need to like pack it up and make sure everything's ready to go and deliver it to him. Yeah, I'm very sure he's gonna be happy with it. I'm very sure he's gonna be watching this video. So Elijah, if you're watching this, hello. And to his mom, Jeanette. How's it going? One more thing before I go. Last time I did a video for Paul, people noticed my guitars in the background, and one of the questions I read a lot in the comment section was, does Joe Gent No, not really. All right, so now I'm gonna edit the video and send it off to Paul, and he's gonna add the ending to it. So back to you, Paul.
So it turns out Elijah was very excited about his new computer, and since he had all the parts except for the graphics card, he went ahead and put the whole thing together. The parts that he is working with are an ASRock Fatality B450 Gaming ITX motherboard, an AMD Ryzen 5 3600 6-core 12-thread processor. That's a nice Zen 2 7nm chip. He's got a 16 gig kit of Corsair Vengeance LPX memory. That's DDR4 3200, and for storage, he's rocking a Samsung 970 EVO 500 gig M.2 SSD, as well as a Seagate Iron Wolf 1TB hard drive. The power supply is from a brand I've never heard of before, the Aries Game AGV 500 80+ bronze rated PSU. That's available on Amazon, and it's very reasonably priced at about $40 to $45. I did a tiny bit of research, and it seems like this power supply isn't horrible by any stretch, and especially for a lower power consumption build like this one featuring a 1660 Super, it should do just fine. Lastly, the case is the NZXT H200i, which is a mini ITX case in white. And then for the graphics card, Joe decided to go with the MSI Gaming GeForce GTX 1660 Super, and at the low price of free for Elijah, that's a pretty nice deal, especially considering that 1660 Supers are being scalped online for $400 to $600 right now, and they should usually sell for around $250. So all in all, I think things worked out very well for Elijah's build and for this video. Elijah didn't have to pay exorbitant prices for a graphics card. I was able to make use of a GPU that was otherwise just hanging out here and not really doing much. Joe was able to further stretch his PC building and rebuilding muscles, and he did a great job with the cable management, as well as all the testing and follow-up stuff, and it's great to see how the system performs, as well as seeing the system assembled. We got to listen to some great heavy metal music, and I have this strange compulsion to go and buy a 240 hertz monitor and give it to Joe. I don't know where that came from, but anyway though, I will post links to the parts that were used down in the video description, so check it out down there. While you're down there, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos coming at you really soon. Thanks to Joe for all the effort put into this video. Congrats Elijah on the new build. I hope you get a lot of good Fortnite game time in, and guys, thank you so much once again for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.